What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another unboxing video on the How Do You Figure podcast channel. Of course, I am only half of the How Do You Figure podcast. Blake Schultz here to do another fun video on our YouTube channel. If you watch the show, then you already know what it is. And if you listen to the podcast, you have an idea. This week, I'm really excited about our unboxing video. These are figures that I've been anticipating for a very long time. We are doing I had to even get it out of the frame, it almost doesn't fit. We are doing the Tokka and Rahzar from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze. These are the next in the line of NECA movie figures. They put up an order for this, I don't even know when, June, July, somewhere during the pandemic. Super easy. Pre-orders on their own site, which I know is a big deal. These figures have been hard to find in stores. They have been hard to get online. There have been issues with bots. There have been people tweeting at Randy, tweeting at NECA, emails, making it easier. This was the easiest thing to do. It is, however, an online only NECA store exclusive, so I don't know how available it will be after this. I do know, however, that we got it. I'm assuming due to the pandemic, it took forever for shipping notices to come out. They're starting to roll out. There are people who got them last week, myself who got them this week, people who haven't even gotten their notification. So if you have it ordered, be patient. They're coming. Until then, I think we should start opening this guy up. All right. It's a massive box, first of all. Just huge, enormous. The box it came in was even bigger. I couldn't even get it up here to do in the frame. So it was packaged very well. If you are kind of concerned about packaging and collectors and keeping it in the box, this was secured tighter than my PlayStation 5 was. This thing could have survived a fall off of a very, very short mountain that maybe had some snow and brushes so that it wouldn't get too damaged, because it is, after all, falling off a mountain. But I, of course, love it. I've always liked just seeing the movie font, the movie symbols. Each side is kind of dedicated to one of the characters, Tokka or Rahzar. And on the back, you see kind of your regular old promo photos, very high res stuff with everybody else, a list of accessories on the bottom, and some nice big photos there. That's the case for these big bad boys. Let's start this process. I don't even know where to begin. I found it. Tape on the side. I don't keep my boxes. I actually just purged a lot of them because they were just taking up space. I kept a few, right? The Terminator 2 NECA figures with Sarah and John, the Doctor Doom one. This is probably not a case I will be keeping, but it doesn't mean I want to rip it open like a impatient child on Christmas morning. Especially not for you, dear viewers. You deserve better than that. So there we go. We've popped it off on the side. Everything kind of comes real nice. Then slide it up. Okay. There's that smell, that beautiful new figure, new game, new comic, whatever it is, new plastic smell. There we go. Now you can really see them in much higher detail. You check all of those out. Now my favorite part, cutting the cords. Should I ever have a family, I'll be very experienced at it when it comes time to have a kid. He said as he struggles to cut the first one. All right, so we're gonna start snipping away at all these. All right, we're done cutting out our first guy. So you can take a look at that as he kind of goes. The articulation is already incredible. It's like I said, moving kind of right at that bicep area to kind of get everything lined up correctly, because otherwise it looks like he's dislocated both of his arms. The curvature in there. All right. This guy looks right out of the movie. I feel like you could just take a look at it and feel like you've stumbled upon an old Henson costume. It's great. It's bulky. It's huge. It's enormous. It's articulate. It's very sharp, actually. So don't, I mean, if you are buying it for kids, be careful with that. That is some pain right there. But really, the detail on the back of his spikes is really impressive. His beak, his eyes, everything. He looks very, very emotional. He moves in all the right spots. He's not too hard. And there's Rahzar. He also looks incredible. The facial articulation is really impressive. They bring it up on the box itself that you can change these expressions. He's a little bit stiffer out of the gate, but his chainmail moves, which I really like. It's not just stuck on or plastered on. All the chain detail is there. Same kind of articulation. He's also big and bulky and expressive. Just again, right out of the movie. The texture, the feathering on his, well, on everything is really, really, really impressive. He doesn't feel as sharp on the claws as Tokka did. That dude's gonna, he's gonna pop somebody's eye out. That's what's gonna happen there. It comes with a lot of interchangeable hands. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you get a couple pairs for each character. You get a shield. You get donuts. You get a pipe. You get a block of wood. You get your canister of ooze that comes with everybody. So then the next question is, how does this stack up next to other ones? Well, they both make all of the turtles pale in comparison. There really is nothing to do. These are in a different league entirely from figures. And those movie 90s turtles were already awesome, but these have a level of detail and articulation and candidly toyeticness that the original turtles just don't have. I think you can see how far this line has come in this short period of time while also really appreciating what came before. But you see it in just the size and scope that these really aren't figures scaled down to match the turtles. These are to scale of how they were in the movie in terms of their size. So they're still coming in at about 7 or 8 inches, but they just feel massive. They look great. We've already talked a lot about the detail. You compare it to the Super Shredder, the last one in the line, they're just a little bit shorter than it. And if I'm being completely honest, I think the detail in these guys is tenfold to the detail in the Super Shredder. They're fantastic. The amount of Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. I, of course, have been Blake. You can follow me on Twitter at AsAlwaysBlake. You can follow the podcast at How Do You Figure PC. We put up shows every Wednesday about action figure collecting, the psychology of them, the history of them, really whatever our guests want to talk about. We've had some great episodes recently about G.I. Joe, about Power Rangers, about Strawberry Shortcake. It has been a great way to end the year with these episodes, and there are just more coming. So, of course, subscribe to our channel. Of course, subscribe to our podcast. Keep on collecting and keep it here. We'll see you next time.